feel like God got you in a place of isolation for a reason. He's trying to tell you something. You fighting the feeling. Like, you fighting those thoughts. You by yourself. You ain't been by yourself for a long time. But you feel like maybe you was better off to where you was before. You start to miss those people. You start to miss those situations. You start to miss the things that used to bring you joy while you was doing it. But you feel like you can't go back, right? Let me dive a little bit deeper. Let me go further. Lately, I've been in a place, man, especially this week, to where it's just been me and my thoughts. My thoughts and me. Me and my thoughts and me. And I'm like, okay, why am I in this place of isolation for? God, what is it that you're trying to tell me? What is it that you want me to know? Why am I going through this, right? Like, daggone near all my life, man, I've been just always just trying to pour myself into other people, pour into other people. I always pride myself on being there for people, always just leaning on other people. It's probably one of the first times in my life to where now I got to lean into myself. I got to pour into myself. I got to go for what I know, as they say. I'm sitting there, man. Sitting at the house, man. I'm sitting at the house on the couch like, okay, God, what you trying to tell me? Why am I going through this? Friendships ending left and right. I ain't want to end them. You know, it's situations that I want to go back to because I'm like, yo, man, you know, I miss those people. You know what I mean? I really do. You know, the memories are still there. Some good times shared. But, you know, it's like God telling me, yo, homeboy, don't go back. Don't go back. Or it's things I poured you from those phones for your own good. Why you keep turning back? Why you keep looking back? Like God telling me, yo, big dog, come sit right here. Sit right here. Because you was out there showing your behind. You had a good run. You really did. But you need to come sit with me. Let me talk to you. Let me speak to your soul a little bit because you need it. Come sit here by yourself. Learn some things about yourself. Invest into yourself. You've been pouring yourself into other people, Jay. You've been doing this for so long. You burnt out. Sit here, rest. I say that because a lot of us, man, you know, when we get into that place of isolation, man, we want to fight the feeling. We want to go back to them situations, go back to those people, go back to those things, man, that was just, you know what I'm saying, tearing us apart because we so busy pouring to other people. We want how to pour into ourselves. We always want friendship. How can I be a friend to other people if I can't be a friend to myself? Now we're talking. That's a bar right there. 100 emoji. How can I be a friend to other people if I don't know how to be a friend to myself? That's number one. Let me start there. Because you're going to learn that about yourself, man, when you're in isolation. And it's like I hate being in, you know, sitting in the idle position and just being there with my thoughts because you can't lie to yourself. When you're in isolation, you can't lie to yourself. When you're looking in that mirror, you can't lie to yourself because you're seeing yourself. You can fool other people out here, but you can't fool yourself. You're going to learn some things about yourself. All this week, I'm like, yo, man, I miss those people. I want to go back to that. I want to call them people up. I want to fix it. Being in isolation, man, you're like, nah, don't do it. Can't go back. You can't go back. And it's like all week I'm thinking about this certain gospel song, man. My mom is always to play it, man. I can't even think of homeboy name, but I'm sorry if I mess up his name. It was a song I think by William McDowell called I Won't Go Back. That's all I've been thinking about. And I'm like, okay, God, so you telling me don't go back. So this is a lesson I'm learning right here in isolation. Don't go back. I want to go back, though. I miss them people, man. I miss the stuff that I used to do. But now it's like, okay, I come on here every day, man, on these videos and tell y'all, okay, yeah, what's your why? What's your why? What's your why? Why you want to do this? And as I'm sitting there in isolation, man, and I'm just like, okay, all right, can't go back. As much as you want to go back to the same situations you used to have, or, you know what I'm saying, talking to those people, man, you know, it's a season for everything. That's number two. It's a season for everything. Sometimes seasons end. Well, I mean, it's, as we see, man, you know, it's seasons, man, in this world, you know what I mean? Fall, summer, winter, spring. You know what I mean? Once it's time for the fall, the next one come along. So some people are put in your life, man, to help you get to that certain point. There's people in my life, man, I met before I even started doing this YouTube grind, before I started doing music, before I started with all my other passions that I have. And they helped me get to the point where I'm at now, to where I got to start it, got to build it up. And then things just ended. And I'm still trying to fight to go back to those people, to drag those people right back. And God, like, no, they did their job. They wiped their hands. You wiped your hands. Y'all did good business. Let it be. They served their purpose. That season ended. Why you still trying to go back and get them people? What's done is done. Y'all had a good run. And I'm saying that to y'all too. Y'all got friends, man. The situation's ended. You still trying to go back and drag them back. And they just, hey, like you seen on the movies or the cartoons, they trying to pull the other person just, you see their fingers and their claws just dragging on the ground and they're leaving the nail marks as they pulling them back, because they telling them, yo, they telling you, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go where you trying to bring me to. I don't want to go. But you still trying to drag them on back. You still trying to drag them on back. But let them be. They got to let you be. As much as it hurt. And boy, it's been tearing me up this week. The coolest people in the world. You want to go back and get them. But you can't. God did that. That was grand opening, grand closing. When you're in isolation, man, God will speak to you. He'll speak to your heart. So, you know what I'm saying? Friendships, situationships, whatever it is, when it's time for it to be over with, it's over. Hey, let the sleeping dogs lie, as I say. But I've been fighting all of that, man. I'm speaking to somebody out there, man, because Lord knows I ain't want to make this video. I didn't. A lot of other stuff I could have came on here and talked about. But this has been tugging in my heart. And I'm like, man, I don't want to talk about this. I really don't. I got to speak from the heart. It's people that need this. People going through this. People in isolation just like me, man, that never really been there before. When you somebody like me, man, that's just built on just always pointing at people, no matter how much of an introvert I am, I love people. And I love them too much, man, to where it hurts me sometimes. Because you want to save everybody. You can't save everybody. You know, I've been pouring into people for so long, man, that now I'm struggling to pour into my own self. Every night I've been sitting there this week. All right, I'm bored. What do I do now? Because all of the time I used to have talking to people, calling up people, yo, what's good? What you doing? Let's do this. Let's. Ain't no more of that. Sometimes you got to just talk to yourself, pour into yourself. Them things that you didn't, you know what I'm saying, used to do. Them hobbies that you've been putting off, those goals that you had for yourself that you wanted to do. Ain't no excuse now. Now you got to get to it, because it's just you and your family. You and your family. You got to do what you need to do to better yourself, to better your people. You got to be able to show up, you know what I'm saying, for those people. But first you got to work on you. You got to get back to you. You in this isolation, you feeling bored? Okay, cool. Maybe you need that. God trying to talk to you. You need to listen. And boy, it feels good when you got somebody, man, that call you out on your BS, but also speak to you when you need it, to tell you what's going on. So those people that surround you, you got to listen to them people as well. Those people that want the best for you in your time of isolation, man, when, you know, you feel it like, man, hey, like that, like, why am I going through this? What's the reason why? Like, what did I do wrong? But there's times, man, with, you know, God telling you, yo, chill, take some rest. Get some rest. Invest in yourself. Invest in your crafts. All right, what's done is done. The past is the past. The future is the future. But you got to learn about yourself, man, when you're in that isolation. You got to figure out, okay, what's the next steps from here? You know what I mean? Like, all right, what do I need to do to better myself? How can I better other people? But me, I'll be honest, it's been a struggle because, like I said, it's like all my life, man, I've been used to just always having other people there, you know what I'm saying, to pour into. But when you by yourself, boy, you learn a lot about yourself. It's the toughest thing when you sitting there in isolation and you trying to fight it. You trying to wiggle out of it. and it's uncomfortable. And when you in that place of uncomfortability, if that's a word, if I can say that, when you in that place, boy, that pain turns into something beautiful, because you come out on the other side much more better for it. You feel more better. You feel better that you went through it, because you learn a lot about yourself. You know what I'm saying? It builds character. It builds resilience. It makes you stronger. Heavy is the head that wears his crown, right? But look, man, that's the video for today. You know, I just wanted to speak about this, man. I hope, you know what I'm saying, all of those that's under the sound of my voice is watching this video, man. I hope this video reaches y'all. I hope it touched someone. Hope somebody can learn something from it. I've been learning a lot as well, and I just wanted to speak on this. And I appreciate those, man, that's been supporting the channel, and I've been seeing the comments, you know what I mean? And I appreciate your support for the bottom of my heart. Trust me, it doesn't go unnoticed. As you see, I'm recording this video, man, before I go into work. So I'm, you know what I mean? I'm on the grind. I'm on the grind. But hey, stay tuned, stay tapped in with your boy. You know what I mean? Follow me on all social platforms. Introverted J34 on IG, Introverted J34 on Threads. I'm now on Blue Sky as well, that Introverted J. Y'all know the vibes. And you know where I be at. You know what city I'm in, man. I'm in the 804, Richmond, VA. Virginia's for lovers, and I love each and every one of you. And we're going to keep doing what we doing, when we doing it, how we doing it. You know the vibes. Like and subscribe. We out here.
Run 'em, run 'em,
Yeah.
run 'em, run 'em, run 'em, run 'em, run 'em. Yeah, just run 'em. I'm on the mezzanine. I go so hard just to fuck up my enemies. Don't need revenge, success is the remedy. Ain't for the top, I'ma do 'em like Kennedy. Mixing champagne with their Hennessy. They falling off, all these niggas is winning leagues. Life gave me limits, I came out with simply. Look, I don't associate, no, we can't congregate. Focus like number 8, my shit is infinite. Move out the trauma, my